typically the type who likes to be tied down, but there's one place I will make an exception. In the bedroom. Safe consensual bondage play adds an entirely new dimension of excitement for millions of couples, and for more than 20 years, Sports Sheets has been the expert in holding them down. I'm thrilled to finally welcome them as official sponsors of the podcast and to introduce you to their flagship product, the Underbed Restraint System. Quite simply, Sports Sheets Underbed Restraint System is a group of connected nylon straps that slide under your mattress, transforming any bed into a kinky playground in minutes. Simply slide your partner's hands and ankles into the soft adjustable cuffs and voila, you're hooked. And when you're done, tuck the loose straps under the mattress. It's your little secret. No headboard, no pesky holes in the wall, no drilling necessary. If you've been looking to spice things up, there's no better way to introduce yourself to safe and comfortable bondage play. Trust me, I've had mine set up for 3 years now, and it still gets plenty of use, if you know what I mean. Plus, there are 3 levels of restraint systems to choose from, giving you the option to explore at your own pace. Just check them out on our site. Click on the Sports Sheets banner on my website or visit sportsheets.com. That's sportsheets.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 20% off your order.
It's a throwback.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, I feel so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. You know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
We're rolling?
Yes.
Sound speed.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. We have the funny BFFs, Jake and Amir, and they have a web series on college humor and a podcast, If I Were You, and they're just all around funny guys. JakeandAmir.com, check it out. We're going to be giving you advice on a variety of topics tonight, sex, dating, relationships, and you're going to get a little more of the male perspective. So thanks for listening. I'm sorry about being... Okay, I was really on time. Yeah, I'm just we need to talk.
Yeah,
It's been 10 years. No, but I've been thinking about the 10-year thing. Like it's... I started my podcast 10 years ago, and then we were on CBS Radio in 2006. Is that the year you started? So that's... I mean, 10 years of the show, and then, you know... And I think that's just, you know, we got... Remember we used to say, like, show 69, we're going to have a drinking show.
Yeah.
We never did. And then we're like 169. And now we have like 2,000 shows, and I just think we should do something fun. Like,
Have you ever had the
maybe
drinking
do like
show?
an hour shows. No, we should be one time.
Yeah, we
but no
were
one
really
knew.
drunk that one time.
We were doing a live show on Sirius.
Yeah.
And Playboy, was it? Or no?
Yeah.
And we got really drunk before.
Really
like,
drunk.
We were wasted. Like, I don't
And we
even remember how
thought
it
we
was
were
live.
so funny.
Will you have us back for a drinking
Do you guys
show?
are?
Yeah, that'd be really
Do you guys
good.
want to come?
Yes, definitely.
I think you know, who isn't a little better when they're a little buzzed,
We've
right?
done a couple drinking shows
Yeah.
now.
Are you like wasted, funny?
No, we're like happy drunk.
Are you funnier? You think when you're drunk or not?
We're I definitely think more so. confident.
But that's the thing, no filter. Like I already have no filter, but then I have no filter.
Yeah,
so
even less of a
it's
filter.
Less of a filter. So then it's it's really good. But I'm sorry, here's the thing.
All right.
I try to get here, I try to be on time, and the friggin' bathrooms. Okay, so we're the Podcast One building where we were recording, and there's a beautiful bathroom right next door that they just took down. You walk in there, it looks like you're gonna fall into a construction hole because there's like no floor, and
Wow.
then everyone was trying to send me. So I ran. You said that way. I ran in my 5-inch heels. I fell down. There was a FedEx guy. And I'm like, where's the bathroom? And then at the same time, I had a wardrobe malfunction, and like my bra popped open, and then my bag. That's what happened before the show.
Oh, no.
And so I'm sorry that we're starting a little bit late.
But what a good day for the FedEx guy.
Yeah, but the whole bathroom thing, and then I just felt bad. I lost the moment already because you guys are here, and I just felt bad because I didn't,
No,
you
we're
guys
happy
are
to be
so
here.
glad you're here.
So,
and I don't
us
like
too.
being, late because I have to pee and there's no bathroom.
Well, I also was late because I got here.
You
and I
were
had to-
late?
Yeah, I went downstairs to pee.
Did you have the same
really?
issue though, finding the bathroom?
My penis fell out when I was talking to the FedEx guy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's why he looked so scared.
that was it.
Oh my god. Okay, so Jake and Amir, Menace would rather talk. We don't have anything to say.
Yeah, just hurry up with what you have to say, and then I want to talk to them.
Okay, dude, shut up. Fuck off. Don't be so fucking...
You guys have known each other for 10
You
years.
guys, Menace is such a dick. No, here's the thing. This is why people... So Menace and I do the show sometime. Like, most every other... I do
Yeah.
2 shows. He's on some, not. He was on... He still lived in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And people would like it because he's kind of like... likes to give me shit about stuff that's really old issues. There's nothing to do with how I am anyway. And then when there's guests here that he's like into, then he acts like then he's even more of a douchebag.
Hell
sometimes to me.
no, she's totally the
you're
douchebag when there's guests in.
No, he's like,
all
no,
the time.
he like likes you guys,
Hell
and
no.
he's like trying to be cool.
That's
so
her.
It's fine.
You're
You guys are
deflecting.
siblings.
That is totally you.
We are siblings, except for we are.
All right,
siblings.
I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna go fix something.
Yeah, go do your thing. I have nothing. I was just gonna say that I'm doing. Oh, okay. So, Menace, you dying to talk? What were you gonna say?
No, I was just. Well, I was gonna move on into your sex life. What's going on?
Oh God.
Who you banging?
Quick
Who you hooking up
conversation.
with?
Whoa,
This is
Jesus.
gonna be really brief.
Menace.
What's going on Tinder?
Okay, so Menace is at a girl. I went on Tinder once, and then
Shut the
I
fuck
You
know.
went on the
Yeah,
app
like-
once, or you went on a date?
Oh, I went on
Yeah.
the app a bunch just to show my friends who've never been on it what it is. I went on one date. It was actually it was a live blind Tinder date on my show.
Oh.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
in the studio. So yeah, it was. I do my show before Loveline, usually in the studio, and they all met him beforehand. We had wine like we used to do at the station. And
How was
it?
he?
Was like
Was
a
he
real
cool?
date. Well, the podcast live date was good. Like I liked him there, but you know how you're sort of in a weird. Like I won't remember. Do you remember everything that you say when you're on your show?
No,
after?
it's like this weird open zone where you
Right.
feel very comfortable and free.
Exactly, and people were like, "Oh, you said this or that." I'm like, "Did I say that?" Like, I don't even remember. So anyway, it was a nice date. I felt present and connected to him,
Right.
and I liked him. And then we went on a second date, and I didn't want to kiss him when we got out of the car. And I think it's a pretty clear sign. He's like, "You're clearly not into me." I'm like, "No, you're awesome. You're sweet."
Well, it's nice that
Slam
he
the
said
door.
that. It's nice that he said you're not into me.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, if you don't want to kiss me." Yeah, he didn't really say that, but he kind of was like, "Okay, I got it. Like, I'm out." And
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
heard from him again. But I like Tinder just to show people, but I'm showing it. I'm not on it right now.
How come?
But because I actually don't have a lot of time, I would start finding matches on there, and then I forget to get back to them. And like they were cute guys too. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes mostly losers, but
You're hooking up with your career.
I know. But it's been a really long relationship. Like I'm almost already like I think it's time to break up. No, I love my.
Amir's
my career.
single.
Are you? We talked about this.
Yeah.
So do you? How do you like actively single? Like, are you out there trying to find someone?
I'm out there trying to find some two, not necessarily someone.
Excuse
Threesome?
I'm looking for a threesome.
Are you?
No.
You and
I'm not
every other
looking for a
man.
relationship.
You're not looking for a relationship. You're looking
No.
for casual sex, friends with benefits.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I found that I'm really into like the first 3 dates.
Well, that's the best part. That's
Yeah,
the best part of the
exactly.
entire relationship. You can never
Right.
get that back.
So that's why I
So
just
Amir's
want to
only going to have
experience
3
that.
dates from
Yeah.
now on.
Yeah.
It's like cocaine or drug. If you've ever done any kind of drug,
I
in your
haven't.
life?
I've only done the 3 dates thing.
Right.
I'll
okay,
understand the
so-
metaphor. I
no,
love
but
drugs.
You get it?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
love drugs. Okay, so those first 3 dates, or sometimes they call it the first like 3 months of any relationship, 3 to 6 months, the honeymoon phase, where you're like,
Right.
oh my god, they're amazing.
Yeah.
If you look at the brain chemicals that are spiked, dopamine and oxytocin,
Oh, it's the same as
Same as
drugs.
being on drugs. But the addiction you get to that, you're like, I want that back. I want that back. And when it dies for you, it's pretty 3 dates.
Yeah.
But that's typical between like 3 dates, 6 months. You can never go back to that. You can keep it going and interesting. And apparently, if you're in a long-term relationship, it gets like deeper and more profound.
Right. There's another chemical that I forget what it's called, but
Dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin.
Yeah.
And
there's
cortisol.
there's something with an N.
Cortisol, norepinephrine, or whatever.
Norepinephrine.
Norepinephrine, yeah.
That's the one that like creates long-lasting bonds.
Exactly.
So you feel like a sense of loyalty, even though you're not getting that like dopamine rush.
Exactly.
You find pleasure in
That's
like
the other
committing to
chemicals.
someone.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's attachment.
Right.
Cortisol.
Oh, the attachment, yeah.
It's like the attachment gene. So what happens is those are spiking the first 3 dates. You're like, oh my God. Da-da. And then you're like, I already know this. It's not that you want the rush.
Yeah. It's
You want
exciting
that.
to meet new
Amir's
people.
all on
The
dopamine.
thing is, it's hard because it's hard to get that back too. So maybe you got to go to date 4 next.
But if I'm after date 3, I already know that I don't want to like marry this person. I already feel bad stringing them along for date 4, 5, 6,
So
7,
Hey,
At
8.
least you know that she'll go on like
Yeah.
40 more dates with the guy.
I
even
did
though
him for
after
4
the
years.
third, she doesn't even like him.
I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
I've cut the time in half.
All right, good.
Good. Yeah,
But
well, you're
here's my
smarter. You know
question.
what you want now.
No. I mean, I know what I don't like. I know what I don't want. I
There you
know what
go.
I want, but I know what I can
Well-
recognize it. It doesn't take me 3 years now. It takes
That's
me
right.
like. But here's my question for you guys. So when you go on, are you single as well?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, good. So how long does it take when you're on a date and you decide? Does it take you to the third date? Does it take on the first date
To decide
sometimes?
what?
To decide that you don't want to be with them. Or you
Oh, I just know that I never want to be with anybody. But I go past the third. I go
That's how
past
I
the
feel.
third date.
Right, because you want the sex.
Yeah, I like that.
Because that happens on the fourth date, typically, they say.
Oh, is that what
I don't
the,
think
is
I've
that
ever
the
been on
mean?
a.
Is that the average?
No, I don't want to perpetuate that, but yes. Menace, don't you think like the fourth date, or that's what everyone says, like the
I have
fourth
sex
date.
on the majority of first dates that I'm on.
You do?
Well, you don't go on dates. You just
Oh,
meet
right. I
girls
just get
out.
drunk places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
That's
works
sort of
too.
like a date.
That's-
Jake's not having like a sober dinner with someone.
No,
That
exactly.
doesn't happen.
You're not like taking it to like a
Yeah.
show or something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm at this dance club. It's 12:18 a.m.
Yeah, let's hang
come
out.
meet me. Oh, we hooked up.
Yeah.
That's date one.
Right. And then there'll never be a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just hook up with chicks mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it because do you have like anxiety around approaching women and meeting them when you're not?
No.
It's very
Yes.
common.
I will.
No,
I don't
most
know.
people do, and that's why
Yeah.
guys are so email me every day because
I think I just have anxiety about like liking to be alone. So I don't want to like date anybody and
have them
have
infringe
my
on your
time
space.
tied up. Yeah.
I totally get it. That's been absolutely. I know what you mean because you feel like you're giving up a part of your independence and your
Right.
freedom. But what they say, and I say, as
Who's they? You keep referencing.
Because
it.
you know
You're talking
why?
about the two
Let me tell
people
you
next
why.
door.
I'm not.
These are
because
married
I'm like,
people that
can I be
are
honest?
poisoning our ears.
Can I be like? Can I be honest, Jake? I'm more like you. Like they say that it goes deeper when you stick with someone. I've been in long-term relationships. It does happen, but that's not really what I want either. And I also have a fear of losing my independence. And in relationship, I'm very, I am married to my career. We're having a really good time here. No, but I am sort of. If someone ever tries to take that time away from me, I'm like, it makes me anxious.
Yeah.
And they say no, I know it's true because I've kind of done it. What I'm saying is people, you can have your independence when you're in a relationship with someone. You will find someone where you'll be able to still be you and she'll appreciate your alone time.
But see, I'm not worried about another person taking that from me and like another person stealing my independence. I just know me in relationships. I don't do any.
You
I don't
give
do
yourself
enough.
the space.
I don't do enough to protect my independence. Because I like my initial thought, especially when I'm in that honeymoon phase, which is the most dangerous place for me to be.
Right.
I'm like over-promising, oversharing.
You like give her keys, she moves in.
Yeah, getting connected, and then it's like I turn around 3 months later. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
What do I do?
Why is she living with us? Because you guys are roommates, right? Mm-hmm. Does he have girls who like stay for weeks at a time?
Not weeks at a time, but like
right, days.
days, hours, really. The last one was 2 minutes, which I thought was kind of rude.
Yeah, I've gotten faster.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we just talk about that?
Can I rewind back though, real quick to you guys? Started out in New York,
Yeah.
and now you're here in Los Angeles. Why'd you come to LA, and how much difference is it? Because something just came out today where New York is like the third freakiest city.
Freaky
Freakiest?
for what?
Yeah, for like people like getting it on, and then LA is like number 6.
Wait, what's number 2, 1 and 2 of New York City? 3?
Number 2 is San Francisco,
Right.
and number
Morse.
1 is Portland, actually.
Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Really?
So how's it been like the transition? Why'd you guys even come out here?
I don't know. We should have moved to Portland.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
thought it was going to be freaky.
I'd be down to get a little freakier,
Yeah.
as luck would have it.
Because okay, so you guys have a certain level of fame, like in New York, right? So it was probably easy to hook up with.
I'd put
Yeah, do you
I'd put
guys-
your hand closer to the table when you said certain level.
All right, certain level.
yeah.
The thing about our popularity is that
Yeah.
we're well known amongst a lot of like basically teenage to college aged guys. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really help with girls right off the bat. It helps eventually.
Yeah.
When like on date 2 or something, when they ask what we do and they find out that we're not even that we're famous, but just that we're writers and that we're successful at it.
Yeah.
I think that goes a long way.
If only we were gay pedophiles, I feel like we'd have a field day
Yeah.
just boning 15-year-old
Like
Jewish
if we were in a
boys.
semi-popular band, we would have sex way, way more than we have.
Yeah.
No, musicians trump all. However, women, they like smart.
Well,
Well, they look
like
you up
funny
on
and
like
smart.
Twitter
Yeah.
or Instagram, like, they got all these followers, and
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun
then they
because
start
it's like,
following.
They already
Yeah.
Googled you before the first
yeah,
day.
and it gives us a chance to be humble because they look us up and they're like, "Wow, why do you guys have so many followers?" And we're like, "Oh, we're just I don't know, we just like to write, and that's all."
Yeah.
Listen,
So that
it's-
definitely helps out. But how's that been like versus LA versus New York and stuff like that for you guys?
It is more tame out here. Although I was in a relationship for most of New York. So, like, I wasn't a single eligible dude in New York. So,
Is that 5-date relationship? 5 dates?
oh, no, that was 3
I'm kidding.
years
Oh.
plus.
Wow.
Good for you.
So I don't know what happened. After
it a
that, I
hard
turned
breakup?
into this. No, it wasn't even that hard. It was, like,
Those are the
fairly
best kind.
mutual. Yeah.
Mutual. I'm not into you. You're not into me.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
moving to LA.
oh, we're not going
But I
to get
think
married.
you spent so
Okay.
long not having independence that you really value it.
Yeah, now I stocked up on my not being independent, and now that I have it, I'm like, oh, I can't get rid of it ever anytime soon.
So how are
Yeah.
you trying to? So how are you meeting girls?
Either
Amir.
in person while traveling or online with apps.
Which apps? Tinder.
I've used Tinder.
Okay. My friend calls it a blowjob dispensary
Wow, that is an amazing log line for any app.
because he gets a lot of like blowjobs.
Even Audible.
It's a dude that gets blowjobs?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a lot of blowjobs from Tinder, actually.
Oh,
I
maybe
should
you
talk
should
to
talk
Is
to
he more
him.
attractive than me?
No, there's no such thing. He's different than you.
That's yes. How old is
He
he?
has a better face,
34.
body, and dick.
34, 35?
Oh, is he getting blowjobs from younger or older ladies?
Younger. The younger girls, because I
Yeah.
think they're like, I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to think of rude, but I'll give him a blowjob.
If it's anybody that
That's
she's
what
hanging
we-
out with, he's definitely sleazier.
That happens to you sometimes, where a girl's like, "I don't want to have sex with you, but I'll blow you."
Because we're
Like,
such
that's so-
pleasers. We're such
but
pleasers.
that's
we're like,
so
oh,
intimate,
it's so
and it-
stupid.
and it-
I know.
and it
Don't
rubs
give him
you
blowjob
of-
girls right away.
That's the new making out, though. Everything is so next level these days.
It sounds,
Anal's like shaking hands.
wow, I
Yeah,
should
squirting's
re-download
like
Tinder.
calling me my parents for Christmas. you
Okay,
know?
hot.
So Tinder. So do you find that the girls are different than let's just say overall? Forget about meeting.
I
them,
would
just-
imagine they're more straightforward in New York.
Oh, in LA, it's much more like professional and like I'm like dating when I'm like, and like New York, it's kind of like you said, it's going out late at night, it's getting freaky.
Right.
People don't
I
do
don't.
that here
I didn't
as
go out on a
much.
lot of. I think because New York, there's so many places to go out, and I think you don't want to waste a weekend like going on a date. I would be out with my friends, and like
Yeah.
all of us would be on Tinder,
Yeah.
like. And somebody would get a Tinder match, and then like a group of girls would come out and meet us. That was the way that.
That's so brilliant. I
Which
mean,
is so
that's
much
why
more fun than like a single date that's like I have to go and give you
pay
2
for
hours of my
dinner.
time at dinner. I don't know.
And when she shows up, you're like, dinner? Like, I want her to leave now
Yeah.
before he brings the menu.
And the first half of the date is sober, very sober.
Right.
Yeah,
Unless you do shots at home.
what's another benefit about New York is everything stays open so late.
Yeah.
You know, so you just get more and more drunk.
It's
So-
true.
yeah.
New York is more of a party scene. LA is a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, I guess Uber and ride sharing is sort of changing that. Because
Yeah,
in my
it's
experience in
helping
LA,
it.
it's been like, we're all going to go to one bar because parking's a hassle, and then we all can't get that drunk because we all have to drive home.
No.
after.
Yeah.
Uber and Tinder, like, nobody ever has to, like, leave their self drive.
Yeah, it's making LA a little
or
more
go on
fun.
a date ever
Yeah.
again and worry about getting. No one's going to get a DUI or go on a date again
Yeah.
ever, probably, because that's the thing is about Tinder. So before that, though, before Tinder even, it feels like for a year, at least San Francisco, because we lived in San Francisco. You're Bay Area. You're from the Bay Area, right?
No, I went to school up
You went to
there.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
Did you? go
No, I have
to-
nothing to do with the Bay
You guys
Area.
met. You guys became BFFs after college.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
met in New York City.
Okay, got it. So, but up there too, I felt like no one asked you out. They're kind of like, "Hey, meet up with my friends." Like that's typically, but I think guys
Yeah.
do anyway. And
'cause
then
we like
but
our
now
friends so
Tinder, you
much.
just order it like it's like ordering a pizza. Like you know someone's coming. It's not like
Yeah.
maybe we'll meet a chick tonight.
Exactly, which is
Pretty-
nice. I
that's
mean,
kinda awesome. That's
I
what
don't
you-
want to
if that's your
sacrifice
goals
time
are.
with my boys. I love my friends.
I know you're in the dude phase now. It's fine. Don't
Yeah.
trip on it. I think it's okay because
yeah,
you'll get to the
totally.
point maybe where you're ready for
Maybe.
it.
We'll see.
Where you're like, oh, actually now my alone space doesn't feel as it doesn't. It feels like I'd like to. Chill.
Another problem is I don't ever feel alone because I live with two of my friends. So I'm like, isn't it lonely to be alone, single? It's like, no, because I'm always
You're
just
like-
at home
Yeah.
hanging out. If I was living in a studio apartment, I have to get a shitty studio apartment
Right.
and not live with anyone. Then I will feel the loneliness enough to
But
need
will
a
you miss
girlfriend.
me or a girlfriend?
I would miss. Oh, what do you mean? Right now?
Like, if you lived alone, would you say, "Hey, I want to live with you and Marty"?
Oh yeah, I
Or
would
you
just
say-
move back with you. Yeah, that's what I would miss. Is there a Tinder for friends? Is there an adult
Well, you
friend
already have
finder?
friends.
Facebook.
Oh,
But-
perfect.
No, but there should be for friends because, like, I just moved. I mean, I moved here 2 years ago now, but it's hard to meet like good. I mean, I've met some people. I have a million friends.
You just need to meet one because then they can introduce you to three.
No, I have.
and
No,
then
I mean, I
9.
have, but like, it'd be nice just to not have to go through the bullshit. People.
Who's
that
your
are
newest
like,
friend?
Oh, you suck. My friend Emily.
Your newest friend?
Her
She
name's
has the same
Emily.
name as
That's the
you.
only thing that sucks about her. As I'm like, no,
I hate
kidding.
her name.
Bitch.
How? When did you
I've
meet
never
her?
been friends with another Emily. I met Emily probably a few months ago.
And then have you had one-on-one time, alone time? with her?
Yes, I laugh. She is so funny that I laugh so hard that my stomach, it hurts. Like
Oh,
when
it's
I
actual
leave.
side-splitting
beautiful.
laughter.
Wow.
Side-splitting hilarity.
How did you meet her?
I met her through a friend of mine that I was kind of dating or date sometimes.
Oh, it's like a friend of a friend?
Yeah, and they're best friends, and then she's married, she's cool, but she's awesome, and she's hilarious, and she makes me laugh. And the other night, we actually went out with some friends. We went out with, I don't want to be like whatever, but let's just say somebody in entertainment, because I talk about names, but he's
Oh,
like,
wait,
she's
mouth
really
the name
funny.
to me so I can know.
No, I don't do that.
She just mouthed John Stamos.
No,
She said John
Holy
Stamos.
shit, Uncle
Dude,
Jesse.
no, I think she's funny, but he was like, oh my God. And he said the next day, he goes, she should do sketch or something. She's really funny. I'm like, no, and she's cool. So she's a new friend. I love her.
That's good.
And I have a few good girlfriends from college here. It's all going well. So,
Oh,
but
I was
the guy's
saying,
situation, what
making
we
new
said-
friends is very fun.
Exactly.
It's fun to have a new friend.
Did you have any new? I feel like we're new friends because we had dinner at the podcast one.
Yeah, but it's not like
It
we're
wasn't
spending
really real.
one-on-one time. We're not texting
You never
each other.
call me or text me anymore. Or anything.
Did you want me to?
You never did.
I never
Started
got your phone
tweeting?
number.
Well, you never tweet me.
How do I? Oh, yeah, I guess
I'm
I don't
kidding,
tweet
that's
you.
fine. I don't tweet you. Yeah.
Yeah, you
but
didn't tweet
I will.
me.
I will. I thought we were friends. We things were going well.
We were deaf friendly.
But you guys, do you mind? I have to take a quick break here.
I actually do mind.
But I do want, when we come back, I would love you guys give advice on your amazing podcast.
We
And
do.
I would like you to help us give some people advice. So right now, though.
Oh, right now? Right this second?
Oh, you know what I need to talk about? Speaking of lasting 2 minutes, remember you said that earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Some of your relationships. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. People joke a lot about men not being able to last long in bed. You know it's a widespread issue when it becomes something society recognizes as a condition worth poking fun at. Well, for the millions of men who experience premature ejaculation, though, it is not funny. In fact, it can be a huge problem with effects that extend beyond the bedroom. This is why I love talking about Promescent, a clinically proven, FDA-compliant product that can significantly delay ejaculation. Think about what that means. If you're able to last longer, you've less anxiety about performing, you can focus on being in the moment with your partner, enjoying sex instead of stressing about it. And your partner gets the benefit of a longer, more intense experience. Okay, so what is Promescent exactly? Well, it's a topical spray that gets applied to the penis to improve a man's stamina. Unlike common delay sprays that simply make you numb, Promescent is quickly absorbed, allowing you to enjoy the sensations of sex. When used properly, it won't transfer to your partner, which is never a good thing. What other product can help you last longer, have better sex, reduce performance anxiety, and improve your relationship? None. So I strongly encourage you to learn more about Promescent. Go to my website, click on the Promescent banner, or visit promescent.com today. That's PROMESCENT.com.
It'd be funny if
Do you guys feel that
Sorry, continue.
No,
But
you
can
go
I
ahead.
just say
No,
something
please,
aside? It'd be
stop.
funny if the pill is just given to a girl to have an orgasm faster. It doesn't do anything to the guy.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
We close the gap by making the girl come instantly
Oh
so
my
that you
God.
guys are on the same
Dude,
wave.
how
That would
sick
be
would you
amazing.
Menace hates foreplay.
Oh, really?
I don't even think he knows what it is.
It's too much work.
He's like, really? Like, we used to have these things on the show. He's like, how long? How long do I have to do? I'm
Well,
like,
she was like, 2 hours you need to make
I
out.
don't
And
say
then
that.
it's
I'm
like,
like,
then
just
you're
make
going to
out
last
for
like
10
2 minutes in bed.
That's your problem,
Because
honey.
you're
Get
so
some-
excited to like
is an
finally
issue,
have
like
some
how close you
insertion,
get.
you
Yeah.
know?
No, I get it. I mean, I understand that it's not ideal, that our
Mm-hmm.
machines work differently, but you just got to put in the time.
Guys are just too much goddamn work is what it is.
Well, the thing is, it's great for guys probably more than it is for girls, and so you have to put in more effort because.
What's
otherwise
great for
it's not
guys more than girls?
Sex.
No, I disagree.
Well, great sex is great for girls, but I'm saying on average, guys probably.
Oh yeah, guys are like, it's like pizza, like what really like necessarily
Yeah,
like bad
exactly.
pizza. It's the same thing. Like you guys. 99.9% of the time, you are going to have an orgasm, and it's going to be awesome.
Right.
And you're going to be like, yeah, I could have masturbated, I could have had sex, doesn't matter, I got off.
But guys sometimes
Typically,
have to deal,
women-
like a good guy deals with guilt afterwards.
Oh, you do? Tell me about it.
Well, like if I come too early, or like if I come ahead of somebody and they don't get off, then I feel.
But then you got to just turn around and get them off. You got to
Yeah.
take this necklace that I'm going to give you.
I already
No,
I put it in my
but I
pocket.
get what you're saying. No, I get it. Guys, there's a lot of guilt
I'm
and
not saying
shame
like
around it.
girls definitely have the sex thing worse.
But let me tell you one thing, though. Women, we don't trip if we never have an orgasm. Like, we don't care if we don't have an orgasm every time. We really don't.
that's what I've heard. It's like, don't worry,
And
it
we're
still
not
felt
lying to you about
great.
that. Here's the problem. If you're with a guy and he doesn't even make an effort or he doesn't seem to care and he just, like, three-pump chump and he's, like, doing the whole, like, jackhammer and then he's out.
Right.
You're like, you're a douche. Like, you have no. But if a guy's like, oh, I'm, let me please you first.
Right. Like, I clearly
if you can,
tried.
you clearly tried. Didn't happen. We appreciate that more than you just like going in, wham bam, I'm out the door.
You don't want to feel like a fleshlight.
Yeah, exactly. You might want one, but you don't want to feel like one.
That's right.
So that is the whole foreplay. Okay, so we're talking to Jake and Amir. So when you meet,
Oh yeah.
do you feel there's
better.
pressure not only sexually but to be funny? Like, we'd be like, you're so funny, don't you? Do you feel like
no?
That we're lucky.
I
that-
can only be funny.
That's
Right,
the part
that's
that
your
comes
thing.
naturally to us.
Yeah.
But a girl, okay, what if a girl, you're out with her and she's like, doesn't get your sense of humor? That must
Oh
happen.
yeah, that's happened before.
You're like,
But
I'm
even
funny. Like,
even
you.
when somebody doesn't get our sense of humor, I don't know. I've never had somebody like straight up think I wasn't funny, but I've had even girlfriends like tell me that a joke I said was not funny, and that's such a turnoff because it like that's all I am.
Right,
So
you're
like if
the
you say
environment.
that joke was bad, Jake, I will shrink, and it's like I'm not fun to be around.
Right. No, I get it. So you mean like if it's like you're performing or if you're just like talking to her and you
Even
say,
if I'm just talking to somebody,
Like,
if I'm
what-
like around a group of people and I'm like telling jokes and everyone's laughing and my girlfriend is like, stop, you're embarrassing.
she's no longer your girlfriend.
Yeah, no.
That's like date two.
That's the beginning
Well,
of
that's
the
the second
end.
date.
Yeah.
So that's when it ends usually anyway. She insults your jokes. But you guys also, I wanted to tell you this just to make you feel even better than you probably already do.
Oh.
Is that a recent study came out, it found that women reported having more pleasurable sex, aka orgasms, with guys who they believed had a good sense of humor.
Wow. That makes
So there
sense.
you got more than half the battle won.
Cool.
I don't think you guys have a problem really.
Well, you have no idea how terrible Jake is in bed.
You are.
What?
I'm great at giving oral orgasms.
Do you guys-
Let's 69 and see who comes first.
You're on, brother.
Do you guys hear, since you're roommates, do you hear each other having sex ever?
No, I live in a back house detached from our actual house.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's probably a good idea because you don't want to like.
What about in our old place? Those were thin walls.
Oh yeah. You never got laid.
That's true. And you always did, but I put on those headphones.
Have you ever heard me have
If you
sex?
really.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever heard you have sex.
There you have it.
And there was one time where
there
I tried
needs
to
to
listen.
be more sex going on
very
here.
quiet.
Like you're like.
The cup, the plastic
It was
cup
really
against the
quick.
door.
It was
You
over
make
before it
noise?
started.
You don't make noise.
I mean, whether it's me or like furniture moving, there's probably noise to be
Furniture
had.
dropping. Guys, I don't think that guys make enough noise during sex.
Oh.
Right.
Did you dated that one guy and you said
Yeah.
at the end he didn't make any noise?
No, I
and
didn't
then-
even know. Like, I'm like, are you still alive? Like, if I knew an orgasm, he was like,
Oh, I like. I do some
Did
heavy
you
breathing and some whispering.
no,
but
there
I'm
was
not
like
a
no
yeller or
breathing,
anything.
like preceding it. There was nothing. It was like, and
Yeah.
that's I had to like.
and
look
then
for
you were
that.
done.
Yeah, but it was just so not. I'm not saying you guys got to be screaming and moaning and yelling, but just like a little bit of like.
No, I
breathing.
started growling when I orgasm. No lie. I
Really? Like
do
how?
start
Show me,
doing
like a tiger.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
hot.
That's
I know,
a
I really
lumberjack.
like. I mean, that's like me
That's so
faking it
primal.
right now. But
No,
like,
that
when-
wasn't the real
When
growl.
you're really having an orgasm and you really growl, it feels fucking amazing.
that's-
I didn't do it just for show. It
No,
feels
I
good.
love that. That's like so primal.
Yeah.
It becomes a tiger. What do you do in your orgasm, Menace?
Just thank God that I'm
Roll
still
order
alive
pizza?
because I'm so fat. Just out of breath, just gassed out.
Oh, that's good feelings after sex. Okay. So I'm
But
gonna
did you
email-
see that new study that said that fat guys last longer in bed?
Yeah, that was done by
Goo-
fat guys.
Google it.
Yeah, I did. Did they last longer in bed?
Do you want to date?
You know why? Because you're probably on the bottom. You're not.
you're just
you're
going
not
forever.
going behind. You're not doing it from behind. You're not doing it in the positions that are going to make it more likely.
They last
that you
like 4
orgasm.
extra minutes.
And you're just lying there. Yeah. Well, that's good, dude. You got that going.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
here's some questions. Okay, because you guys on your podcast, which is if I were you. Why did I say if I were? If I Were You is their awesome podcast, which is super successful. So congratulations on that.
thank
and
you.
you can get it on iTunes. And you give advice.
We do.
And so I thought, since I tried to sometimes, give advice to my people here, thank you for emailing me feedback@sexwithemily.com, that we could all help people together. And it's
great
really
idea.
meaningful. And thank you. Hi, Emily. I'm a new listener to the show, so sorry if this has already been covered. My question is, if a guy is playing the field and having a normal sex life with different women, what is the etiquette in terms of having him owning sex toys? I've never owned one, but I assume the first thought a woman would have if you brought one in the bedroom would be, who else have you been using that with? Thanks, Brendan. Well, yeah. Okay, I can go first here.
Yeah, please.
because I do. It's my show. Yeah, that's weird, Brendan. So here's the deal: you don't want to like stock up on sex toys that are opened and have them in your house and whip out. Because I've had this happen to friends. Seriously, friends, not me, because I think guys know better. But I have had friends. They're like, "Where was that vibrator?" It's like pubic hair on it. Where has it been? Gross. No, I mean whatever it was. When people used to have pubic hair, I don't know. So. No, you don't want to like stock up on them. However, if you think there's something like a penis ring, have you ever used like sex toys, like a cock ring, or like that goes around your penis? You know, it's new and you bought it, and you're like, I got this cool thing from my friend Emily because I give all my friends sex toys.
Right.
Then that's fine, but you don't want to bring in ones that have been used. So
I don't
what do you
think
guys think?
I haven't had sex enough to need to incorporate toys. Sex in general is so like fun for me that I don't need to spice
People
it up
don't
yet.
incorporate toys because they've had so much. It's just
I think it is. They're just bored with sex at this point. They're like, oh, now we have to spice
It's a
things up.
gateway
That's not
drug.
true.
That's what I've been telling her forever.
No,
Because
you
you start
guys-
with one little tiny one, and then next thing you know, it's like a dump truck, bulldozer type
I
apparatus
just wanted
going
to
down.
create a really sexy toy called the dump truck.
I know.
I was gonna. It's a huge hit in China,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen. But the thing is, first of all, sex toys. Speaking of orgasms earlier, for a lot of women, that's your penis. No matter how big, no matter how it moves, no matter how small, it doesn't matter. Like, because some women prefer that. They just can't. Like, they need a vibrator. They need extra clitoral stimulation because the typical moves during sex, you're not hitting clitoris. So. It's not that it's gotten old and boring. It's that it like takes it. It's like having dessert that night at dinner. It's like, oh, this is great sex with you, and then I'm going to wait to.
You're preaching to this guy who says that.
Well, you also said you never use sex toys.
I never use a sex toy, but I'm not saying. But it's not because my sex is so great that I don't need them.
Right.
But I just
No,
it's
right. But
not
one day,
me.
well, typically, I guess the cool thing to do is most women have them. Like over 54% of women own sex toys now.
Oh.
So the cool thing, if you're ever interested, you might want to say, "Hey, babe, so do you got any toys? I'd love to see them." And then she'll feel comfortable, and then actually. It's kind of hot. Like, it's not that you're just sitting there watching, and it's not like it's a big freaking
Right.
vibrating dildo. Like, it could be this. Like, is this scary? No, this little Vesper. So then you could play with her. There's ones you could use together. Anyway, they could be hot.
Yeah.
So, sex toys. Moving on. So you guys don't know that about sex toys, but typically, here's the thing, Brendan.
We don't know
If
the
you are in a
etiquette.
polyamorous, no, I'm saying it's not your thing. But if you are like in open, like I know people who are in open relationships, and they actually do share sex toys.
Oh.
But you clean them after.
Yeah.
Did you
Soap and water.
hear the
Like
story
proper
recently?
hygiene.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hear the story recently? The guy he was like boiling all the dildos and he
Yes.
burned down his house.
He was
Yeah.
trying to do a favor for his wife because they'd been fighting about something. He goes like, I'm going to clean our sex toy collection. That's going to be such a nice thing. So he goes downstairs. He puts them in a boiling water, which you actually should not do. I guess they were glass dildos maybe or whatever, but whatever it is, he was boiling water, and then he forgot. Went upstairs, got on the phone, and then all of a sudden, fire alarm's going off. It's smoking. His wife's like, "What are you doing?" And they run downstairs, and she's like boiling this. He's boiling the sex toys, and the whole house almost goes on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Guy trying to do a nice goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did hear that. Okay, dear Emily, I've listened to your show for years, both with you and sometimes Menace too. I have a very crude associate that sends me video clips, crude associate, and I happened to actually watch one the other day, and I thought I heard Menace talking in the background. I don't really pay attention into the 30-second video. I didn't really pay attention to it, but I just thought I'd email you rather than rewind it. I was wondering if you ever recorded or worked with Girls Gone Wild. I don't mean to imply anything weird, but he has a distinct voice. I was curious. Love your show. Think it's a great thing. I listen to it all the time. Keep up the great work, Robert.
Girls
Menace
Gone
was-
Wild?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You're sweating.
Oh, like with the boobs at on spring break?
Yeah, I saw you
yeah.
in Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah.
14.
Dude, you
yeah.
were-
Snoop Dogg in New Orleans.
yeah, for sure. No, I
You
mean,
wishes. No.
when I worked at like hip hop pop radio in San Francisco, I've been to so many nightclubs and like been drunk, blacked out, and.
But were you on a
girls-
bus outside that had women like flashing?
Not
on the bus?
outside, but
Menace was flashing his breasts.
I mean, I
actually.
definitely been around like girls just naked in the club and stuff like that. Maybe I was in the background or
Dude,
something, but if
yeah.
it's like some
That's
like,
not your jam. You
like
probably
some
weren't in
horse and some other person, then it's definitely not me.
Right. And no offense, like Girls Gone
Depending
Wild.
on like how crude they think it is.
Yeah, like Girls Gone Wild, like they're not.
That's
They're
not
probably
crude.
not
That's
cutting
just like
to you, like
flashing. Yeah, yeah.
Boobs,
Definitely.
Menace.
You
So
also
that wasn't you. Thanks for clearing that up. We were really
Yeah.
stressed about it. We didn't know. Yeah.
I also saw him refereeing 12 bum fights.
Yeah, that too.
Hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
He's just in the background of really depraved internet. videos.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we have another email which I think is going to be really relevant to you guys. Well, I'm just going to read it. Here we go. How to sext. Hiya. This is really embarrassing to ask, but I really struggle with writing sexual messages to my partner. He is really good at it, but I feel like I'm disappointing him because I don't know what to write back to him. So I usually always say, oh, wow, come here now. It's really bad, and I just was seeing if you could give me some advice on what to say to him. Thanks, Katie. Well, the reason why is because don't you have like Ask Amir or something?
No, it's called textjake.com.
Text Jake. It's
Jake
you.
is sort of
Sorry, you guys.
He's a
It's not-
text expert.
Okay, so right, textjake.com, and people can send you like in
they
real
send me,
live like screen grabs. How do I respond?
Actual screenshots of text, and they're like, "What should I say to respond to this?"
So
It's
do you
like a
ever respond?
personalized-
That's so. Do they pay? Is it like
$5 a message.
Wow.
I'm that good.
Well, do you know
Nice.
that is brilliant because guys who can't give forget sex, guys who can't give good text
It's over.
can't get laid.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sense of humor thing. It really does, because texting is all about just like
Exactly.
tiny little micro flirtation, and
Right.
that's what so many people are bad at it, and it's literally the one thing I'm good at.
That is it's because I've dated guys that I was like I liked him so much better when we're just texting. Like we dated for a while. I'm like I think I just want him to go to the room and text me because
Yeah.
it's so much more. Not that you're like that, but funny. So do any of them? I mean, you're funny and you can text. So do people ever ask you to sext?
They have, yeah.
Oh, we should start sextjake.com.
You should start, dude. Anything with sex in the title,
I would love to. Man, sexting, it really is.
I'll do it
hard
with
to get
you.
in your
Like we
head.
could do sex. Well, not. I'll help.
No,
whatever. You
no, we
probably
should
know.
sext
I'm
each
sure.
other.
So
Yeah.
I
Has
can say it over
anybody
here.
has anybody done that? They asked you for sex advice? Or is
Yeah,
it
that's what you
usually-
said. And what do you say?
It's happened once or twice. I mean, I could always write just like one message. I think the one that like would get me off the most is like, I want to suck your cock. I want you to fuck me from behind.
Right.
Those are pretty standard. But then like, I really think
That's funny.
most of it's like,
That's funny.
I think most
I
of it's
get
just
it.
becoming desensitized
I just
to
had
what
an
you're
orgasm.
saying. And
Right,
just,
yeah.
it's like, it's I don't know. People are just so self-conscious. But
Right.
I think you just bite the bullet and you send it, and you get more desensitized each message you send.
That's true. It is true. But how do you? Katie wants to know like how you warm up. So I would say like ask questions and tell. I think you have to. When you're
the onus
sexting,
on them for a little bit. Like,
yeah,
what do you
and
want?
also
It's-
make it like a fantasy. So you want to be kind of linear. You want to just kind of, say like dirty talk. You kind of want to say what you describe. Be descriptive. So like, I was thinking about you. I just got home and I got in bed and I'm thinking about you right now. I took my clothes off or something.
Yeah.
And then you'd say like, really? Like, what are you doing? Well, I'm touching myself. I mean, you just kind of go from there, right? Tell them what you'd like to do. Like she could say, oh, I'm thinking about sucking your cock. I mean, she doesn't lead
but
with
like
that.
a little, yeah.
Yeah, babe, I'm thinking about having you. Okay, here's the thing, Katie. If you're a
Wrapping
newbie,
my hand around
I'm not
your
even going to
ass.
make you use the word cock, which was actually voted the number one word that was used in erotica the other day. Cock, if you want to know.
It is very
just little.
powerful.
I would rather see somebody say hard dick.
Really?
That would turn me on.
Your hard dick.
Yeah.
Dick? Really? See,
I
to
know.
me, I'm like,
Yeah, dick's a little. It makes it, but saying hard in front of it, hard cock makes it sound like it's not
like
mine.
she's poor. She's poor.
I
You're
never
like,
talk about my dick using the word cock.
right? No, I got it. It's all porn.
Yeah.
So okay, well,
Dick's a
I'm not
real
even.
person.
What would? Let's say you just start because you guys probably date nice girls like Katie,
Mm-hmm.
who maybe they're not as professional at sexting. So what would get you going? How would you like to receive your sext? And let's help Katie. So Katie's a newbie. She's dating this guy. How long should she be dating him? Let's see.
Can I just say first, I would like her just to
New.
initiate this sexting, because probably 95% of the time women aren't,
I never initiate it.
The guy has to.
Right.
And that's
So let's say he says, I've been thinking. Okay, let's say he says to her, last night was so hot, I keep thinking about your hot body or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then what would you want back from that?
If I typed,
He started
last
it.
night
Let's
was
just
so
say
good,
he
I
started.
keep
Last night was so hot. Because she says he's stuck.
guys wouldn't say that.
Yeah, they would. Dude.
No way.
I do say
We
that.
need to,
You do?
Please just tell him honestly.
I can't
Guys,
say-
Aren't you afraid that like somebody would screenshot that and be like tweet it out like,
What's
look what he
happen? Everybody
look at
shows,
this.
everyone shows somebody how sexy of a writer I am.
Yeah, that would be a good thing. That would help you get,
That's why you would never. I would never send an unsolicited creepy sex
Yeah,
to somebody.
yeah.
I always would make sure that it's somebody that wants to get it.
Yeah.
And
So what would you tell? Like, so because men isn't. I think that women, we like to be complimented. We just do. There's no woman on the planet who's like, oh, I hate when he tells me I look hot. And we used to joke. I wasn't really joking, but like compliment her like 10 times a day. If you're with a girl, like
too
you're like, you
much.
look hot. I know, but I was just to get my point across. So I think to say like you were so hot last night, thinking about you, and then you should say like, oh, really? Like, what are you thinking about? You'd be like, when you were sucking my hard dick. And then she
I
could
don't think I could
say,
say
that
hard
was really hot. What would you, she just get creative, Katie. Like, think of any erotica. You know what the problem is? A lot of
Well, think about his favorite
men,
thing during sex. What's
Right.
he like when you were actually
Exactly.
fucking him?
So, right. Think about, I was thinking, like, so when you're having sex, was he, like, really moaning when you were, slapping his face or something?
Right. Does he
Be
like when your legs are straight up? Does
Right.
he like when you're riding him, reverse cowgirl? Just like tap
Talk
into
about
those fantasies.
exactly. Tap into explain your last sex session or your most memorable sex session to him verbatim in text, and like talk about what you want to do and right.
Yeah. I mean, asking questions is a way to keep it going without necessarily
She'd be like,
being sexual.
yeah. And if he says, I want to take your clothes off, she'd be like, well, what do you want to do next? And then what?
Right.
And then what? And then
Yeah.
what? And then that could get her going.
Right.
And then you'll already be going, Katie, and then you'll know what to say.
It's like dancing where you're letting
It
him
is
take
like
the lead, and
dancing.
then you just follow in step, and then you can take the lead.
But do you wish that
Yeah.
women took the lead more, like initiating sex? What do you guys think about that? Or do you think they do?
In my experience, I'm not very good at. That's something I struggle with.
A lot of guys do.
So
Would you say you struggle with doubt?
Doubt, fear, anxiety.
yeah,
Side effects may.
I'm fearful and anxious all the time.
Yeah.
Me too. I get it.
I don't know. I think it seems to happen a good enough amount for me
Right.
that I'm not like wishing it was happening more.
It all depends on the lady. There are ladies out there that could do that to text me right now and I'd be like, oh, this is great. And then there are ones that are like, I feel bad about this. So
Right.
it sort of depends on the relationship you guys are already having.
Okay.
But if she's dating this guy, then it sounds like it's going well.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Menace. Nothing. Okay.
No, I was just saying earlier though. I wish they would initiate more.
Well, I feel like I hear that the one of the top complaints I get asked from men is like, why won't she initiate sex? Like, why won't my partner or anyone I'm with initiate it? Yeah, they'll give you the blowjob on the second date, but once you're in a relationship, apparently women don't. I know they don't
I
initiate
think
sex
maybe
enough.
guys just have to. I feel like women are so giving when we say we want something. So you say you just have to. Guy almost just needs to have that first conversation.
Right.
And
But
when
is
the
it
girl-
worth it when you ask for it and you get it? Is it worth
Yes.
it?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Always.
Guys want to please you, and this is the thing. Guys want to please you. Guys do. You do. You want to know. If she would be like, "Here's my," because men always says the vagina is like the Rubik's cube of life, which it kind of is. And wouldn't you be psyched if she was like, "I want you to do this, this,
Yeah,
or that"? You'd
give
be
me
like,
the
"Great,
code."
got the roadmap."
Yeah.
Awesome. You're pleased. I'm pleased. Let's
There should be
watch
YouTube.
TV.
You know those YouTube tutorials we took to solve the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah.
That same guy should tell me how to fuck.
Right.
Well, it's different
Yes.
for everybody.
Totally.
URUL.
You have to- I think it's like an intimidating conversation to say
It
to somebody like,
is.
what gets you off. So there's like subtle ways that you can do that.
Exactly.
Like just leading people by moaning, by saying yes more of the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Just talk about it. And a couple people don't talk about sex enough because they think that women and men believe that but typically women, because guys are a little bit simpler in the bedroom, technically. Women assume that men just know, like you guys were like, someone gave you like a manual or something, or you like saw a YouTube video. He's gonna know exactly what to do, but they
Yeah.
don't. And every woman's different. So even if you were a master with your ex, you're not gonna know with this guy, woman. So it's confusing. So I think that the more that women speak up in the bedroom is important, because why are you just sitting there suffering if you know that you want a finger in your butt or
Beehole.
something, for
I
example?
try that on literally everybody I sleep with.
I'm sure you do.
But-
Do you? Is it a test? I have a guy friend who does that. He's like, it's a test if she's kinky or not. Like, do you?
I try it on everybody.
You stick a finger in a butt of every girl,
Yes.
and then so how have the results been?
Some people just pull it away, and some people are into it.
Right.
And I've never had somebody be like, "Stop it! How dare you!"
Never?
No, they just.
No.
I mean, it's not like I go all
It's a
in
good
right
tactic.
away.
It's an
just
interesting
like,
tactic.
Inch it
Yeah.
closer.
You just
and
like rub it a little. Like you're not like,
yeah, I rub it. I usually am not even so like clearly trying to do it that they have to grab my hand, but like if they just change their body so I'm not close to it,
Right.
then I get that sense. But I also just wanted to say, positive reinforcement over negative reinforcement, right? So like this guy might say to his girlfriend, "I love when you initiate sexting," or like, "I love when you touch me like this," not, "Hey, you've been doing this and it's bad."
exactly. You're so absolutely right. You do not want to start in with the what you're doing wrong and
'cause
I
then
wish you were
people
doing
get
this.
defensive.
So I always say, yeah, when you want to have the sex talk in relationships, which a lot of people have a hard time doing. I myself struggle with it too, which is funny. If I'm dating someone, you'd think I would. I mean, I think I'm probably better. I'm hard on myself. But when I was learning, and I still struggle, it's hard just to the first conversation. You're like, okay, so sex. I mean, because you don't want to do it in bed, unless it's like a move to the left, ouch, you're hurting me, like you're on my like knee, my boob or something.
Definitely
But
speak up. if that's
it's
the
you
case.
do want to be like, because I get a lot of emails from listeners who are like, well, I want to try have a threesome with my partner, or I want to try toys. What do I do? And so I think it's just great to be like, our sex is so awesome. It was so great last night. That was so fun. It would be. I think we'd have so much fun together if we started to talk dirty, or I'm going to dress up as a schoolgirl. Would that be fun?
Right.
Whatever. And then you just like compliment them. It's great. And then here's where we should do this.
If a vagina is a Rubik's Cube, what is a penis? Can I recommend the ball on a paddle thing? Like a
Yes. You can,
so much-
the game.
Yeah.
If
It's so much
penis is
easier.
Like a Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
It's like you instantly get it.
Yeah.
Bored.
Penis is it's a ruler.
Yeah.
So you're using it already.
Okay. Yep.
What's
Yep,
the thing,
that's
the thing
it.
that you bang on and something squirts out of it?
That is the penis. We're
Yeah.
talking about a metaphor for that.
Isn't there like a toy that and you squeeze?
whoopee
and
cushion?
Something, but then it has
Yeah.
to ejaculate. The penis is a simple little,
It's a harmonic.
Yeah, it's
thing.
easy.
so easy. Okay,
Silly putty.
one more question.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, my name is Jason. I'm 27. I love the show and learn so much from your talks. I have 3 questions.
Oh, you
That's
said
a lot
one.
of
Yeah, what
Dude,
the hell?
okay, we might only have time for one. But first, I want to have sex with my ex-girlfriend's former roommate. I believe I can make it happen. My question is, why am I turned on by having sex with people that I'm not supposed to for various reasons? What has your experience been in this realm? Second, dirty talk. I want to talk dirty to my partners, but I'm never quite sure what to say, and I don't want to say something like, I think it's too dirty, but it's just degrading that I wouldn't normally say outside the bedroom. Lastly, interracial dating. I'm a black man who has dated mostly white women. Coast is more open to interracial dating than West Coast or East Coast. Thanks, Jason.
Those are
Okay,
three
wow,
very
Jason,
different.
we
Wow.
like that's like a whole friggin' show there. Okay, which one is the most interesting to us all that we can answer? Ex-girlfriend's former roommate?
West
Yeah,
Coast.
do
They're
that
off
one.
too.
West
You guys-
Coast.
The West Coast is probably more open to interracial dating.
Nah, yeah.
But that we can answer that quickly. But what about your ex-girlfriend's former? Like, do you guys do that? Bros for hoes, or what's the deal? Or what did chicks say? Chicks
wait.
for dicks?
Well,
Wait.
that's just he wants the forbidden romance. That has nothing to do with
Which
it.
He
doesn't
can't
make it
get. He
unique.
wants
Lots of people
girls.
want that.
Yeah.
Because he wants that thrill of doing something
Yeah,
different,
that'd be
naughty, the
exciting.
chase,
Yeah.
and the forbidden.
I've been him many times, and I think that like you just have to weigh the pros and the cons. Like if it will
You don't
really
do
really
that,
hurt,
though.
if it will like really
He makes
hurt
an
your
Excel
girlfriend-
spreadsheet of the pros and cons.
Yeah.
But except the only pro is sex, and there's never a con.
Right. Well, no. Sometimes you're just
They're
like,
like, I can't quite come up with
Just know that
one,
it's
but my
gonna-
penis is going to be in her vagina in 10 minutes.
it's gonna hurt somebody, and like, is that okay or is it not okay?
Right.
There's plenty of people who are like, oh, this would hurt her feelings, but I don't care that much.
Right.
And that's okay, and you can have sex because you're both single, and it doesn't sound like too intense of a relationship.
Yeah,
My
it's like-
ex-girlfriend's former roommate.
Yeah, like it's not even like they're
Like-
still roommates,
That's
but
a, that's a very tame forbidden fruit. It's
But
not
then
like
it's
we're
like my
still going out.
ex-girlfriend, or it's my current girlfriend's sister. Then
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I shouldn't do that.
But
Now
then
we're
he
really
said,
cool.
I'm turned on. Yeah, like you said, the bigger issue, having sex with people that I'm not supposed to for like married women. Who knows what road he's gone down.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's really common because it's commitment. Sometimes people think, well, this isn't going to work anyway. It's a little crazy and I
Yeah.
don't really have to get intimate with this person and care. So I'm going to go after like the unknown, the unattainable, or the dangerous. That could be a reason.
Well, what's the psychological reasoning behind stuff? Like even as far back as like the Bible, they're like the forbiddenness of stuff is like so
They
tempting.
literally call it the forbidden
the
fruit.
forbidden
Yeah,
fruit, exactly.
In the
Because
Bible.
anytime it's also primal. Like I just think that we've always been told that sex is wrong and shameful, and in so many ways, which is what I say the biggest issues people struggle with sexually is that they do have shame around it, whatever reason. Like either they didn't perform or it goes back. I looked at you just
I mean,
because you said it.
even God,
Jake, I didn't mean that you.
even God, who wrote the Bible, thought forbidden fruit was hot,
Yeah, exactly. We've messed
and he's
it up.
fucking God.
We've totally messed it up. Right, God knows. And so I just think that we've always made it seem like it's the thing but that's what makes it exciting, that we're not supposed to do it. There's shame, religion, all this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all good. People should just, take a bite of the apple. All right? Okay, and then
Worked
dirty
out for
talk.
Adam
We
and
kind
Eve.
of covered this one.
Yeah.
Menace and I once talked dirty on the show. And you said I would.
But that was for
We had a
television.
Which episode was that? I want to make sure to never listen to it.
Yeah.
What the hell?
we had a phone sex. We were on a reality show.
It's tough
Funny
though because
enough,
this guy
years
sounds
ago.
like he wants to say things that are like a little degrading.
To me?
Like, no,
Oh, in general.
to the people he's
He always
fucking.
does.
Like I know there's porn where people get off to being like,
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
fucking
totally.
Shaming.
you
Yeah,
dirty
yeah.
whore. Don't
Just
you-
read.
And women
just
like
read
that.
Craigslist. You'll
And
see.
some women like that too. Oh, yeah.
But
Some
then,
women.
like, if I was fucking somebody and they like said out of the blue, like, oh, they were like doing dick shaming porn to me or something. Like, oh yeah, you have a tiny little dick. I would really hate that.
But you would hate that, but there's some men that are into that.
Exactly.
Right,
There's some
same
men
thing.
that dress
But,
like
how do you say
babies
it?
and they want to be
exactly.
babies.
They want you to pee on them.
It's
Like
all nasty.
dominant,
Right out.
submissive, the whole thing. Absolutely.
I think if it's like that, you almost have to bring it up beforehand.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing with dirty talk. Here's the number one rule with dirty talk. Do not start out really aggressive and intense if you've never been with this person or it's a new relationship. You got to build it. You got to, like, babe, that's so hot. That you feel so good. Your ass
Is that
feels
dirty?
good in my hands.
Is dirty always
Building
negative?
up.
I
But
love
does that
Dirty
count?
isn't always negative, but it's not like your vagina is super. Well, I don't think you use other words.
You don't want to be like scientific.
And you want to be descriptive, and you want to just kind of build it, but you don't want to go in like, I want, you're my bitch, you're my.
Right.
And-
I'm lucky because all my dirty talk is positive.
All right.
What? Like what?
You're so tight. I love fucking you. You feel good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's
Oh,
tame
that's
and
good.
positive.
That's sweet too. See, that's
No shaming.
Right, no shaming.
But does you
that's-
feel good dirty talk?
yeah. I mean, it's
It's
talk.
talking, and
Here's the
yeah.
thing:
Sex.
our brains are like the largest sex organ. Women get turned on, which is why we like funny guys and personalities and things. Guys are like, she's really funny, but she's not cute. I don't care. If you talk to us in a way that's engaging, entertaining, hence like text Jake or whatever. I'm sorry, I fucked that up.
No, that's right.
It's text
That
Jake.
is right.
Like that's the words turn us on. Like if they really do. And so if you could email, text, say these words to a woman. So I think positive reinforcement is great. Just we like to hear the words because even during sex, that's foreplay for us. That's
Right.
hot. So that's what I
So what do
recommend.
you do if your inclination though is to shame people? If you think that's hot, which
Well,
is
then you
fine,
got to
but
build
it's
up to
like-
it. It's totally fine.
Dude, we
it's
had
tougher to find somebody.
You have
that's
to
gonna be
build
into
up to
that.
it though, right? But you can't be like you're a study whore bitch and you
Right.
fucked your cousin or something.
She had this chick on the show like years
That's
ago who was like hired to shame business guys. And-
Dominatrix?
Yeah, and she would like show up to these guys' house and like pee in their mouth and like do all this crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Where
whatever
is
you're
she?
into.
Yeah, it's so
right.
hot.
Do you want me to give you a number?
What does she do
She's
now?
dominatrix. I think she's still a
There's
dominatrix. She
something
was in
for
my sex
everybody.
school with me. But I think there is something for everybody, and you never. And this is actually a rule of thumb for sex across the board. No matter what you want to do, you want to stick your finger in places you don't know if she's into it or he's into it.
Rule of thumb.
Slow, get it? Just slowly escalate everything. So dirty talk can just start with describing like you feel so good. That's the great way to start. Like you feel so hot, like your body, or whatever. And then
I would
see if she
graduate to,
responds.
You liked getting fucked, don't you?
Right, exactly.
That implies that she's a whore, right?
She's
She'd
like,
be like-
oh yeah, she's
And if she's like
she's a
silent,
kitty.
you got to read the energy.
Right.
So I think that's just slowly build up and be descriptive, not too descriptive right away. Okay, that's what we have time for. What else, you guys? Tell me what's going on, like where we can find you, and like what else is going on.
Well, what's our address? 510.
You guys are having a dirty talk party.
Amir's social security number is 360.
hey.
Oh wait, hey.
JakeandAmir.com.
That's right, jakeandamir.com and iwereyoushow.com.
IwereYouShow.com.
Yeah, and what's your email?
Twitter.
Jake Demand 84 at
Jake
yahoo.com.
Demand at Yahoo.
At Jake and Amir. Do you guys are roommates and you share a Twitter account?
Actually, I just don't use Twitter. It's
That's my
you do the
Twitter.
tweets.
same for both
Yeah.
of us.
Do you? We should follow each other and start tweeting. I
Okay.
think I already follow you, but whatever.
What's
it's cool if you
your-
don't follow me. I'm at Sex with Emily.
Okay.
Sex with Emily, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Menace.
Cool.
Just
Menace.
Menace,
He just owns
MENACE.
the Menace. He's like Madonna.
What?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
On all social media?
Yeah, it's the benefit
to
of
kill a
living in
few
San
people.
Francisco.
Menace.
Very early
Holy
adopter.
shit, That's
You just
awesome.
call and say, "Hey, I want this username."
Wow.
Damn.
That's, dude, he knows people in places that do shit. That's amazing. And then textjake.com. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
It's
for
really
having
fun.
us.
Thank you, Menace. Always good to see you.
Thanks.
And thanks, everyone, for listening to Sex with Emily. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. I don't know if you know this, but the Sexual Health Expo is right around the corner. And this time, it's taking place in one of my favorite spots on earth, New York. I'm so honored to once again be hosting this one-of-a-kind event. Like, seriously, what other event brings today's top sex educators and the hottest pleasure products together under one roof? Exactly. It's the only one. The expo will be taking over Brooklyn September 24th and 25th. And for the first time ever, you can attend for free. Thanks to our good friends at WeVibe, the first 2,000 people to register will be given free admission to the 2-day event. Sexual Ed sponsor The Pleasure Chest has planned out a weekend's worth of seminars on today's most relevant wellness topics, all delivered by an array of sex experts I know and admire. Not only will you be expanding your sexual horizons, you'll also be able to see brand new products from Jimmy Jane, Doc Johnson, Joe Lubricants, Lifestyles and Skin Condoms, The Rabbit Company, Ovo Lifestyle Toys, Bocce Lingerie, The Body Wand, and Narrows, B-Vibe, See You in Bed, Hot Flowers USA, I Am Toy, Kama Sutra, Babeland, Pure, High Pleasures, Sibian, Sir Richard's Condoms, Tenga, Unbound Box, UV. Oh, and they just added even more sponsors. Blue Dreams, Bedroom Candy Boutique, Sola, Chalk Rub, Cineking, Core, Cautionware, Dame Products, Enlightened, Extend Fertility, Getting in the Mood, G-Spot Zone, Indulgence Boutique, I Know My Status, Joybox, Nast Toys, Notorious Pink, Next Gen Health Solutions, Pure Romance, Satisfier, Sexpertise, Subsensuals, the Center for Sexual Pleasures, Shamanishan Psychotherapy, and Vibrators.com. You can learn more about the sponsors on my website. Just click on the She banner for all kinds of information. To reserve your free tickets, visit sexualhealthexpo.com today. See you there. For more than 30 years, Vibratex has understood that giving women options means more than offering a variety of colors. They know what feels good to you might not be what feels good to someone else. Exploring your own self-pleasure is not only fun, but it's an important part of learning what works for you. To help women explore, Vibratex was among the first to introduce toys that rotate and twist to stimulate all your sensitive areas. A favorite of mine is the Sugar Pop. Doesn't that just sound fun? Sugar Pop. What makes the Sugar Pop from Vibratex so unique is its belly dancer-like motion that twirls the shaft around, hitting you in all the right spots. What makes it even more irresistible is the uniquely shaped external vibrator. The Sugar Pop features 4 intensity levels, 5 vibrations, and 5 rotation patterns, creating an amazing range of customizable sensations. It's splash-proof and, of course, made of Vibratex's supple and 100% body-safe elastomer. If you're ready for one of the most unique experiences you can have with a Vibe, I suggest you give the Sugar Pop a twirl. Get it? Because it twirls? The Sugar Pop is just one of more than 50 unique Vibratex products available for your own experimentation. Visit Vibratex.com to see the full selection or to learn more about the Sugar Pop. Thanks for listening.